and it is Franks against the Vikings. I'm a bit torn on the colors. I guess we'll just go blue and red today. I really wish players would choose different colors. That wouldn't be so confusing for viewers, but Barles in the blue from Poland, by far the best Polish player in the scene. He is playing up against SongSong, one of the many good Vietnamese players in the scene. They're both about seeded, I think, at 25th or 30th, which makes this one of the closest seeded matchups in the round of 64. My prediction is 2-1 Barles, but man, are these guys close. And with an open map, I think that SongSong will be happy with Frank's civilization. The foraging, the farming, the scouts, the knights, it's such a good civ. And prior to seeing any games in King of the Desert, look, he's already trying to lame. He's already trying to lame. Prior to seeing any games in King of the Desert, my theory was that Night Siege would be really, really strong. But we haven't seen a lot of Night Siege. We've seen a lot of Knights, but I think there's been a fair mix of archers as well. Yeah, so he's trying to lame. He has not found Barles. He actually did the classic palisade trick. That's another thing that a lot of Vietnamese players do who've been playing for a long time. And they'll place a palisade there for two reasons. One, if they ever go for a drush, they will avoid the lion. And the other reason is if the lion is no longer there, that means the enemy has a drush and is run by that lion. So that kind of gives you some intel if you keep an eye on it. Yeah, you don't see that happen too frequently from most pros, but that's something that was a classic play from many people.
Twitch Prime, I think it was.
Isn't it cheating?
T19.
I mean, it's basically not a bug, it's a feature. It's one of those deals. It's like how you can palisade scan. Like, let's say blue had an army here and you try and build a house there, it wouldn't let you. It's just part of the game. But yeah, he didn't benefit from running forward early to lame. And I'm curious to see if Barles tries to go for Drush FC on this map, because the players are close, but it's also possible for Barles to wall between these wood lines quite easily. I just hate this gold. The fact that there's hills right next to these main resources is going to be a nightmare for SongSong. But I guess there is some elevation here as well for Barles. So yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Other things you can do with palisades.
He goes undercover.
So technically, if you scouted the whole map, you could cover the entire map with palisades. And if you cover the entire map with palisades, you could see everything. You have to spend the resources on the palisades, but you could cover the entire map with palisade walls and palisade foundations, or at least where the enemy wasn't and where you weren't, and then you could see everything. So, question from Hardsider. He says, when is it good to preemptively tower? When it's this hilly around your resources, question mark. Hardsider, you're not going to like this answer, but it depends. I would say, in general, you preemptively tower if you're not going to have the military to deal with the force that's incoming. Otherwise, there's no reason to preemptively tower. Now, that's for this level, right? Because players should have the military. Also, another thing you can do, let's say they're sending archers forward. Again, this still fits my theme of not having military to defend, but you can almost use that preemptive tower as defense mechanism so you can counter them when they don't have something there. So. All right. I love how many lessons have been learned so far in King of the Desert. Many people learned about the barracks having the gather point on it if you click it, or any military building. Many people learned about the little palisade trick. I feel like you guys are catching on to some of the little tricks that players have been going for years and years. Any life lessons? Oof, life lessons, that's going to be a no-go for me. Life lessons. Appreciate the moments while you have them. Right? It sounds cliche, but it's true. Appreciate the time that you're in. Appreciate the moments while you have them. Instead of looking back on them with fond memory, like, man, I wish I would have appreciated that more. So to all you low elo legends out there, appreciate your 1,000 elo days. Because when you're placing palisades on lions and you're seeded 50th and you're losing to Tato in your tournament 3 years from now, players and people in Twitch chat who are more so thinking about the now, they're gonna call you a noob. That took a really negative spin. I'm kidding. So SongSong's going scouts, and he sees that Barles is going for man-at-arms. This will be man-at-arms into archers for Barles, who has scouted SongSong. Scouted him quite a lot, actually, and also lost scout HP. Daniel, I see you're in chat. What would your prediction be for this series? I think you played both Barles and SongSong quite a bit, right? There's the stable. I think players being closer actually suits the slower unit. Right? Because it normally would take so long for the militia to get to the enemy base. But now, as Feudal Age is about to arrive, the units are here. They're never in my time zone, but I think Barles 2-0. Okay. How have I played SongSong and Barles more than you? We're in the same time zone, aren't we? I guess I do play during the day, and who knows? I think I've never won a game against Barles, and I've won 2 games against SongSong out of maybe 8. But he's a massive lamer. I hate it. Barles didn't go for the man-at-arms upgrade. He first waited for the spearman. So now he's got a spearman and 3 men-at-arms. That was a really good play. Back at home, knowing he doesn't have that much pace, he's got a wall up. SongSong kind of torn. Does he fight this, which is questionable, or does he try and get a counter in? And he actually sees the next spearman, picks it off. Well done. And is going to go for the counter. So you defend with walls here, and then you counterattack. Here he comes. He's focused on the walls, though. Oh, and he failed. So 3 villagers have to leave the berries now. Scouts arriving. There's 5 of them with extra HP from Franks. Barles. Good quick walls. And did SongSong just assume he's fully walled? No, okay. He's going to continue on. And the villagers could still be hit. Hello? Boom. Outpost? What? Oh, was he expecting a tower? That's funny. It looked like an outpost quick wall. Barles making an outpost there. I don't know if that was a misclick or... I'm confused. But 2 spearmen might not be enough here if SongSong takes the fight. SongSong weakens that spear. Should avoid the town center fire with some good splits. And there's a wood line back here to hit. There's villagers exposed right now. But now 2 spears again. And a few skirmishers here to defend. How strong are the man-at-arms and spears, man? It's so unbelievably strong how much damage you can do. Yeah, I don't get the outpost. I think that must have been a hotkey issue. And Barles runs into the town center fire. There's a lot going on both bases right now. They're attempting to add eco. They both have to defend in different ways and attack in different ways. Nice quick wall again from Barles. Man, Barles is looking good. And this was a player who used to play only Huns. But then again, so did everybody for years. He also used to play a lot of Black Forest, all you Black Forest guys out there. Good micro to send the higher HP man-at-arms over. Now, SongSong's position with his comp is incredible for what Vikings would make, right? Because Vikings already have the spearmen out. And then they're also going to go into archers normally. So the downside is that Viking eco is better with free wheel, and Barles will probably play extremely defensive. But the upside for SongSong is that having scouts and skirms right now is much better than just having the archers as Barles does. And so you see it, 8 kills and 1 death for SongSong. All right. Here come the scouts and here come the skirms. No blacksmith yet. I like that outpost for SongSong. It's going to be tough to wall that gold. I think his base is way worse than Barles if Barles gets the walls up. And Barles hiding a stable. I love it. Because for the reasons I just mentioned, he knows he's vulnerable against scout skirm. But he's also aware that quite a few of these scouts are weak. So if he kills a scout or 2 with the spears and then adds 3 or 4 scouts as a surprise, he gets full map control, and then his archers can do whatever he pleases. So still a bit unsure if this is going to be feudal age scouts or if he's maybe building the stable early for knights. But yeah, normally it's scouts here. Ooh, the palisade goes down. Nope, it doesn't go down, but it doesn't matter because of the house behind. Now, you almost have to expect this type of a switch when you're in SongSong's position. It's not the end of the world, but you are going to need to make sure that you defend your base if you end up getting surprised by this. Oh, he goes just passing.
Yeah.
Just passing. Sees the scout now. So use the skirms against the spears and the scouts against the scout. Oh, and then... Oh, Barles pulled back. That was a great pullback from Barles. Okay, SongSong is about to up to Castle Age, but he's going to lose map control, so he's got a wall. Like, wall to as best as you can and keep the eventual units out. And also, I think you have to give up on skirms here. He didn't even have fletching, so... Just go straight into knights. It's hard to say. Barles gets map control, but if he can't do a lot with that now, like, his uptime's now going to be later. I think this is where you preemptive tower. Somebody asked at the start of the game. This is where you can consider preemptively towering. Because you don't want to use your food for skirms. You probably want to save it for knights and the upgrades. This is where you preemptively tower. And then for the first 5 minutes of Castle Age, you just go crazy with knight production. It's almost risky not to. I think SongSong's going to do the classic try not to tower and then have to force the tower down late because you get really scared. That's probably what's going to happen here because the archers should be incoming. Definitely could have walled more. Fought with the villager, defending with the spear. This area is exposed. Dicey, 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 dicey. But I'm still impressed with SongSong's movement. Okay, now he sees the archers. He's just going to leave the gold. If it weren't for his wood line getting hit in a moment... Okay, never mind. I actually like that over the preemptive tower. Assuming he doesn't get hit in his wood line, right? Because he can make knights and then clear up the 4 archers, no problem. And then he can have the stone for a TC. Quick walls needed for SongSong. And there's a nice little gap there. That's convenient. I don't know. I feel like walls could have avoided all this. But still the knights will clear up the archers. And Barles... Has he killed a villager yet? There's a weak vill here. There's a weak vill here. That villager will survive as well. Barles runs in. Barles gets quick walled out. Barles will lose these archers. Wow, SongSong did such a good job there. And now you can town center because you didn't tower. Or you go with a ram. A freaking ram. He's going to go ram scorpion. What? Aggressive. I like it. All right, so we've got 2 ranges behind this for Barles. On the plus side, he only lost 4 archers. SongSong's going in. He's going to break through here. Like, whether Barles likes it or not, I think these knights are going to break through. Because there's a ram there. And you wall behind, and then a scorpion arrives, this villagers start to die. This is a tough position for Barles to be in. Like, he will have pikemen, but he'll only have a few spears. Barles will know that this is an all-in push after seeing the ram. Ooh, oh, quick walls. A tower from SongSong? Who needs the defensive tower, baby? Offensive towers. This, I'm telling you, SongSong is a real threat in this tournament. Villagers now off of the gold. And that tower will deny this gold and be very close to the next gold. Let's see what Barles can do with Vikings. Again, Viking eco can normally get them out of rough situations. He has not let the units into his base yet. He'll have pikemen in there. 2 barracks to produce the pikemen, or maybe 1 if this one gets rammed down. A monk or 2. What does SongSong see at the moment? Well, he sees that Barles is placing a mining camp there. Does Barles know about this gold? He does. I think in the heat of the moment, he just didn't think to go back to that gold. That could end up costing him if he doesn't realize it. This is like a mini Huang Rush, but this is with eco. This is what I felt we would see so much of in King of the Desert. Just one TC, all in Knights and Siege. I feel like it's really hard to stop. But a conversion could change this game. If Barles can get one single conversion, and that Knight will turn around and go to the Scorpions. He also has the hill, Barles. The Knights. There's only 6 of them now, and Barles holds on. SongSong went too far into Barles' economy, and there was a 600 score swing there. Wow. And just like that, man, we went from Barles is in trouble to this is great for Barles. 20 military against 6. Great defense. He just had a big mix of units. The monks were key there to be able to get the conversions and then take out those Scorpions. And maybe SongSong needed more patience. He will still have map controlled, but for how long? And these villagers, of course, will die. Vikings have free wheelbarrow and free handcart. So free handcart's been kicking in, and we have a TC eventually for Barles. It looks like he's not focused there. But they're also a TC for SongSong. So he actually went to stone after the tower. He's been on stone for a bit, so he knows the situation. We'll have to shift back and play defensive now, but it's not like this is game over or anything. It's just the first big fight in this war went to Barles. Why run uphill? Well, because he felt like if those Scorpions would have sniped the monks, he would have won the fight. He just misjudged it entirely. But definitely the hill helped there. He used the Scorpions to try and take out the monks. And the monk got a conversion, and then I think the second monk did too. Was it a total of 3, or did he make... No, it was 1 converted knight, and then 2 he created. Like, in this situation, this is a good fight for Knight Scorpion. This is what he was hoping for. But since the monks were there and the Scorpions got taken out, it changed it. Like, that's what he was expecting in that previous fight. And even more so, because he had another Scorpion there. Also, there's that weird bug again where someone gets a relic and it has the relic next to their name, so I don't know why that's there. So don't be confused by that. Can Barles take this Siege Workshop out comfortably? I'm not so sure. I would have liked to have seen SongSong make his own monks a little while ago. I just heard a monastery. And the Knights holding their own to take out the Scorpions. Yeah, maybe just 2 minutes too late to getting his own monastery to heal and get conversions. But it's 54 villagers versus 58 right now. I told you guys this was going to be a banger of a series. Let's look at the eco for Barles. 2 town centers. He needs stone for the 3rd, but that'll be shortly. And I love how he's turned this around. He's like, all right, my turn to go for a ram now. How do you like it? I'm not going to overextend like you, buddy. As he gets scale mail and squires. We got knights. We got pikemen, crossbows, monks. Very hard comp to counter. So you heal up your knights, and you pretty much rely on the same. Still, Scorpion Knight can be very good against this comp. You just need to stop losing your Scorpions. In a different situation, you could maybe think Elite Skirm. I think to add the second range and get Elite Skirm and those upgrades right now is just... It's going to take too much time. I think Barles should add Mangonels because he needs to take out the Scorpions. But more than anything, he should just hold control, and he should macro. Barles goes in, not knowing that there was enemy monk there. They both have monks right now. This is crazy. And that ram's so fast. The ram! The Ferrari! Oh my god. Oh my... Did you see that? That Scorpion is working for the enemy! The Scorpion blocked all the knights! And the knights couldn't run away! Disaster! And GG. Oh, he lost all of his knights Because the Scorpion was blocking them. I mean, truthfully, even if the Knights survive, Barles had 37 military against 6. The eco numbers seem similar, but Barles was able to produce so much. Yeah, this all swung after that one fight. SongSong was looking good. He was denying golds, and he got too aggressive, I think. I like that, though. I feel like after seeing that game, that the next game is going to be just as close. It was a 33-minute game, so maybe not the longest, but I felt like the players were evenly matched. And I know that SongSong was unsuccessful with the lane, which he will definitely try and do in game number 2. Think how many Scorpions SongSong made in that game. He lost 3 originally. I think he lost 2 or 3 again, right? And then here he was about to lose 4 or 5 more. If he kept his Scorpion numbers up and took smarter fights, it would have been so much more difficult for Barles. But I think Barles getting the conversions with the monks to convert the knights, and then also adding his own knights is what decided that. This is a knight he converted. This is a knight he converted. This is a knight he converted. That's a knight he converted. All the knights here are knights that he converted. Monks changed the game. And Viking eco. More food and more wood. But yeah, SongSong had a lot of golden stones still. It wasn't that bad. Anyways, GG. Close game. I'm excited to see more. It's a best of 3 in the round of 64. So unfortunately for SongSong, if he doesn't win this next game, he is out. What will it be? Ooh. So, Barles, you know how players like to pick civilizations sometimes in their games? Barles is one of the few in the top 100 who consistently picked Ethiopians for a long time. A lot of people go for Chinese. A lot of people go for Aztecs. A lot of people go for Mayans. One person goes for Celts. But I saw Barles playing a lot with Ethiopians. So I think this is the first time we've seen Ethiopians picked this early. No, that's not true. Technically, Classic Pro, I think, went Ethiopians against Leary. But Barles may be looking to take advantage of some practice he's had with this civ. And then SongSong is Chinese, which is pretty standard. Start with extra villagers. You can research pretty much every single tech in the game, it feels like. And I'd say the one strategy they can struggle against is actually the Drush FC, because they're not able to do that quite as well. If Chinese are able to weather the storm, though, they just simply have more than Ethiopians. They have full upgrades on their Cavalier and Camels. So they can go +2 Knights and Camels if need be. They have full upgrades on their Archers, though it doesn't fire as fast as Ethiopians. They get Skirmishers, 2 Canoes, Siege Ram, Onager, Champion. Did I say Champion? I don't know what I said, but it's pretty sick. Now, Barles doesn't have to go Drush FC. In fact, in most cases, it's kind of not recommended on these King of the Desert maps. But it's doable with this map with a bit of greed. We no longer see a map where the player's golds are all the way in another country or on another continent. This is fine, but SongSong, he's gonna steal an elephant. Just thank you. Now, the key with Chinese starts is to find all of your resources. So you rarely see lanes with Chinese because players like to find all of their resources and just push deer. But SongSong is a massive lamer. He tried in the first game and he couldn't find Barles. So here he comes. And will he pay the price for that? Barles could try and block the elephant, or he could try and block the scout. SongSong has to stay close enough to the elephant where the elephant will always see it. Otherwise, the elephant will stop. And that's got to be... Oh, it's the bird bug! It's because Gaia can see him. If I could switch to Gaia right now, I'd show you. And the relic is also Gaia. I have a video on this. But basically, since the elephant is Gaia, and so are relics and so are birds, if the map script isn't adjusted for it, which I'm not too sure in King of the Desert, but I imagine it's not, if Gaia can see you, the elephant can see you, and the elephant will continue to chase. So I think the bird flying overhead there actually helped with the lame. Someone can link the video if you wouldn't mind. T West helped me out with that one about a year ago. I know in the Hidden Cup scripts, we made it so Gaia would not assist lames. Like, we removed the vision for other Gaia units, but I don't know I think there's a way for me to switch to Gaia somehow with my casting overlay, but I always do it by accident. And oh, wait, Gaia. I should have. Let's see if I can see this. You see how Gaia can see things, has vision? That's what happened. So because the bird flew over, and I think the relic as well. Yeah, because he was next to the relic during that time. That's why the elephant didn't stop. But anyways, Barles ends up denying it. Barles, however, will be late to that boar, which does slow him down a bit. Plus, SongSong still has a scout running around, so SongSong just comes home to take the ostrich. Ooh, oh, God. Oh, and SongSong blocked the scout? Okay. Still has less HP and has to run away. All right. So we have not seen many successful lames. To be completely honest, we've seen a lot of sheep steals, but we have not seen a lot of successful elephant, boar, rhino steals in so far in the round of 64. The fact that SongSong's making a barracks right now and sending a villager to gold is a little bit confusing. Is he going to drush? He is. Is that because he's expecting it from Barles? I've got news for you, buddy. Barles is not going Drush FC. I thought so too. And he might be thinking so because he can't scout. So I guess he wants to go with a defensive Drush. So he's going to try to go Drush Fast Castle and make 3 militia. And Barles is actually going for Man-at-Arms into Archers. But yeah, that's another one of those things about Age of Empires where you're just like, how? You know, there's so many small little details in this game. It's crazy. But I think the relics were just adjusted for all scripts. Because before, relics used to have more vision. This is Gaia's point of view. Yeah, but the birds have some insane vision here, which I think played a role. And there's also a lot of birds, too. Oof. Drush FC is definitely tough for the Chinese economy, yes. Both players lacking a lot of scouting right now. Barles didn't see the barracks, so he doesn't know about the Drush. And then SongSong doesn't know about the militia coming forward and the villagers. Barles is going Man-at-Arm Tower. Both players going against the grain. But I think Barles might have just spotted that next to the barracks. And so he quick walls nicely. I think SongSong could be in real trouble here if a tower goes up on that wood line. If the berries is behind here, there could be more than one tower, and SongSong still hasn't clicked up to feudal. Why do you guys think that SongSong did not open up with scouts or archers with Chinese, which is more common? I think he didn't do that because he expected Barles to be doing the Drush FC. And he couldn't scout it because he was busy laming. Exactly. Too busy laming and then didn't have the proper information. Barles is punishing that hard. Now, Barles is probably like, oh, he's going Drush FC. This is perfect. Thank God. Maybe it was a 300 IQ move for Barles to go Drush FC 300 times in rated games. So every player who studied him would think he would go Drush FC with Ethiopians. It's like, this is the civ I've been maining in rated games, and I've been going Drush FC all the time. The first time a tournament shows up, people are going to expect it. Why no tower? He's in Dark Age, my friend. He's not. He can't make a tower because he's still in Dark Age. The upside of going Drush FC is you bank up more resources. The downside is you cannot defend with towers or get any military buildings out. And this is such a good tower. It denies 2 farms and also the berries and the wood line. It's kind of a shame that players like SongSong feel the need to lame the way they do because I feel like they play so good standard. I mean, a mistake was made in the first game, but the laming here really cost him. This is going to make this game messy now. He builds a defensive tower. Remember, his stone's forward here, and his other stone's out here, and he has not scouted it. And Barles will have to back away. We have Man-at-Arms from SongSong. And Barles quick walls on the stone. And now Barles has got to be careful on his berries. Barles decides to take a fight here. The start of the fight's good. It's a risky fight to take, though, with villagers. And the villagers have to flee for him. Still has wood, still has gold, still has stone even. That's one thing SongSong doesn't have is stone. So since committing to this tower, he will not be able to make another one. Walling in his ville here to batter this tower down. That's a good move. Ooh, Barles doesn't have a lot of scouting over here. So he doesn't even know where SongSong's taking wood at the moment. The game. Say something in Polish, please. Lewandowski. How's that? Is that good? Barles has one archer, which is enough with micro to keep the man-at-arms away. And another tower for Barles, who figures, whatever. Let's not even reposition. Let's just kill this vill. Make it so this villager pays the price for trying to take the tower down. And yeah, that vill's a goner. Whoa! This is why I like SongSong! This is it! This is the stuff I told you about! He does random nonsense in rated games, and he's actually doing it. Archer range on the left side. 2 archer ranges on the left side. This is one of the few times you'll actually see me not get upset about forward buildings. Oh my god. He is the king of sneaky archer ranges. Again, I'll say it again in case you missed it. I once saw him win with Spanish archers by sneaking ranges. Always remember that game. And I always hate myself for not saving the wreck because it's gone now. Oh my god. Barles is like, I'm fine. I'm defending from the man-at-arms. I've got eco. I've got wood lines. I've got gold. I'm getting a blacksmith. Always housed over here. You're not going to be housed anymore, buddy. You're not going to be... Oh, he's waiting too? Oh, jeez. I mean, he hasn't seen a range at all from SongSong, which must be confusing. Maybe he thinks he's FCing? Oh, God. Oh, 1 villager down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my God. That's so bad. What a play from SongSong. Oh, this makes my day, man. Anytime that players can surprise someone at this level, it just makes my day. It's so cool to see. And it's still a very competitive game because we have a tower going up over here. And the man-at-arms from Barles are over here too. And this is because he is... SongSong has everything forward. He's just going to fight with vills against everything. And meanwhile, trying his best to run around with the archers and micro. Now, here's the issue. If he goes back to his woodline, the archers are going to come in from that side. He doesn't know that it's a sneak. He might be suspicious now because he sees another archer arrive, but he's probably thinking, wait, what? How is he getting reinforcements in so quickly as 2 more villagers go down? The SongSong will make a tower here. And here's Barles patrolling. Will he spot the range? Okay, he knows now. But he also has no stone. So he can't tower that gold. And he's actually going to be split up to the point where he's going to go insane here. Watch. He has to deal with these archers. And the second SongSong sees these archers, watch what excuse me, watch what happens. Okay, so he sees the defensive army from Barles. This army should go in immediately. Okay, I was wrong. All right, I didn't call that one. I had high hopes, but it would have been a good move. And oh, Barles traps it. Does he though? Not really. But he does get a couple extra archer kills, which might be worth tossing away the villager. Who knows? And both economies are so bad right now. Barles does get villagers to stone to make a tower. Sorry, the stone is actually here. SongSong will see the tower and now be disappointed he didn't move in a moment ago. And I am just loving this right now. This game right here is exactly why You cast the round of 64. It's exactly why you might want to watch the round of 64, because there's so many players, man, at the high level who have amazing games and amazing talents. All right, so SongSong realizes I'm defended at home, but I can't attack him, and he's got villagers here. We can't allow that. So, as he places a lumber camp here, he's actually going to try and rush this. And I think he's going to lose a villager or two because there's still 2 archers there. I think it's a calculated risk, though, because he knows he might lose 2, but he will end up killing 4 if Barles cannot escape. So he actually destroyed an archer with the boxing. Loses 1. Barles should run to the north now. Wow. Okay, so Barles flees, and now Barles has his own army here. And the food ecos are similar. Now Barles is back with his army. Barles takes a good fight here, because SongSong's doing everything he could to chase down those vills. This is an amazing game. Should Red send in knights? In the next stage, certainly. But right now he has to worry about the amount of skirmishers with armor that are chasing him down. And Barles knows. Like, I have the better army comp. So I'm going to take this fight, and I'm going to go right back to your stone, pal. Oh, jeez. And look at the resources for Barles. It's impressive, too, because it's only been with 1 range production. So SongSong was thinking about adding scouts, but it might be a little bit too late. Let's see. Also, can Barles spot that? He can. Because this tower is attacking that house foundation, and you get a little bit of vision around the tower, he can see that SongSong has the stable. That's a really bad move from SongSong. You should have the stable hidden in the back and not next to that tower that's attacking the house. So Barles, using the skirms, every time he sees an archer, he's going after it. Boom. Got him. Will get him. Possibly. Yeah, got him. It's messy. The scouts haven't arrived yet. SongSong's fighting with villagers. Barles, this is worth it for him. Look how many villagers are not collecting resources right now for SongSong. By the way, counterattack for SongSong. What does Barles have at home? 2 skirms. That's it. I don't know if that's enough. That villager goes down. Villagers here are going to go down. Skirmishers here are going to go down. But Barles is going to be in Castle Age. What does this mean? What does it mean? There's going to be scouts. There's going to be archers. There's still forward buildings. SongSong is microing against the 2 skirmishers. 1 skirmisher now. Barles has to leave his wood line. This is what makes Age of Empires beautiful right here. These types of games. The messy ones. Wow. Okay. I think it wouldn't be the worst idea for Barles to go for knights. Even as Ethiopians. But it looks like he wants to get ranged upgrades and go for more archers. He's just adding random ranges everywhere. He's going to go 3 range crossbows. Crossbow bodkin now. Update on these villagers. Are you kidding me? He's sending them home, and the archers from Red were just passing, and these archers don't see him either. That's just unlucky for SongSong. Also, you do get free pikemen, which is nice with Ethiopians. And there goes SongSong on the way to Castle Age. SongSong is going to go knights, I believe. SongSong has gold, has wood, has food, has defensive towers, which will work against the crossbows. Also has archers he can still upgrade. Also still has the forward buildings. Barles has no stone whatsoever, so it's not as if he can boom. This is a hell of a game. Barles did spot both ranges. Exactly. Yeah, but he knows he needs to counter. So what I like about what Barles has done since arriving to Castle is he knows that he will die if he doesn't make a lot of military in an open and scrappy game. So he's making 3 range crossbows, playing into his strengths, and he's also walling the vulnerable areas because SongSong is a sneaky son of a bee. What's bad is just the fact that he's not going to have a much better eco. What's bad about the fact is he doesn't know that there's archers over here and that it's going to be a night switch. So I think he knows it's nights, but I don't see how he can realistically hit villagers here. Whew. By the way, when I say sneaky, I mean that as a compliment to SongSong because it's incredible. Like, that's why I enjoy watching him. I said this to my mods before the stream today. A lot of the players I get excited about when casting are the types of players I would never want to play against. And that's definitely SongSong. But SongSong actually went for Bodkin Crossbow. And Bodkin Crossbow is expensive. And that's probably not what he's making long term. And he's not going to be able to... Oh, he might be able to threaten here. His food eco is awful for knights, so he actually cannot fight these crossbows if the crossbows are masked due to the faster firing speed of Ethiopians. Thumb ring now, which helps with that, and then also ballistics. So full military upgrades for Barles. Oof. Thanks, Hollywood. Also, better eco upgrades for Barles. I mean, those techs are cheaper for Chinese. I think SongSong's just probably... He's trying to do too much right now. Tried to do crossbow and knight. He's trying to add 3 TCs without eco upgrades. Now he's here with the crossbows and getting called out. Oh, big time. Barles smashes him. This line of bodies is what it looked like when I... Wait a second. We got a night raid. And the pikemen are holding on for now. That was sneaky. And those were some well-placed pikemen for Barles. What I was going to say is that the line of bodies there for SongSong was like the line of bodies in the waiting line in my Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 park the other day. So 12 on food. It's weird because it's not going to be the best boom ever, but he's at least booming, while Barles feels like all in 1 TC. 3 scorpions and a mangonel. That's... And a few +2 knights sprinkled in. That's good against these crossbows. So do you want, like, no wheelbarrow, no bowsaw, no horse collar eco? Not really, but it's something. Barles, at some point, should just ram this down. But I think he needs to buy 100 stone and get a TC up. Here he comes. He knows there's going to be siege out there. He spotted that siege workshop. He also knows that there's still villagers for the taking over here. There's 2 town centers here. Right. He's looking for areas to hit as the knights arrive from SongSong. Now, SongSong notices this. Courtesy of Town Watch. Barles has sick micro. Oh, he almost split into that shot. He's going up the hill. He snipes the Repairville. What he didn't expect were the Scorpions on the other side. And big hits. Nothing's died yet, though. There we go. There's a few kills. Honestly, not too bad for Barles. That could have been way worse. To only lose 3 units there was very impressive. But now he can't push. And immediately after seeing that, he buys 100 stone and plops a TC down here. 64 vills against 55. Yeah, I mean, rip to the siege if SongSong wants to try and engage here. It's just, there's no chance against Barles. 1 shot and then hope for the best. Okay, there you go. 3 kills again. The dangerous thing about booming with no eco upgrades is you oftentimes think you got those eco upgrades. Because in normal games, you are in mid-castle age with eco upgrades. Especially when there's so much pressure coming in. Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. The fact that Barles is still alive in this game is impressive, but it's because of military. It's because he can be aggressive on a map which is open. And the confidence to still continue... Oh, God! Hello? Oh! Oh, God, that's bad. The confidence to continue to move forward after you see the siege and the knights is something else. But then again, it's Barles with thumb ring Ethiopian crossbows. Barles is fine.
Prime, I think it was.
Barles is absolutely fine right now. I'd love to see some knights. I see the stables now. Making 4 knights with the crossbows would clear up everything that SongSong has. SongSong, no horse collar. No horse collar. This is where auto farm can bite you in the butt because you don't realize. Okay, Barles backing away, getting armor. SongSong placing a castle on that hill in the middle. Barles has got to be real careful here. And maybe pull the Mangonels back to his TC for now. And he does so. The Knights should probably take both of them, no problem. And now SongSong also sees that there's camels on the way. 1 conversion for Barles, and this camel might take out a Mangonel, as will the next one. And that castle then could be denied if Barles pushes forward immediately. Probably not. Yeah, he sent a lot more vills. Crazy. 43 military against 13. Gets your eco upgrade. He doesn't know. He doesn't know he doesn't have bowsaw. He forgets about horse color. I guarantee you he doesn't know because he's getting gold shaft mining before the other upgrades. Those eco upgrades matter so much right now. But horse collar, pog. Okay, well, 3 TCs. I think SongSong should probably take note of the right side of his base because of the towers. And for Barles, you either focus heavy on the left, up against the edge of the map here. Oh, boy, what she's doing. Or you go to the right. And there's still an area for you to hit over here. What I don't like about this area is you can easily be trapped and surrounded. $28 on food versus 28 on food. And SongSong's been spending a lot more food. I think Barles wants to go up to Imp. I mean, maybe +2 on the camels was a bit overkill. Because Ethiopian camels are pretty meh. But he gets a Mangonel at least. I think he wants to go... yeah, look, he just transferred villagers to stone. So I think he's going to go up to Imp for Arbalest and Bracer. And then he's going to go for Bombard Cannons. And eventually a castle on this hill to treb this castle down. SongSong is in big trouble. Some absolute quality from Barles and SongSong in this game. But Barles lost 6 villagers to a sneaky army. SongSong, are you... Really? He's town centering. Had gold in the north. What's funny is Barles could see it, though, because the monk was standing there. I mean, in theory, it's going to distract Barles for a bit. Because Barles has to send his military over there. He's just going to ram that down. All the eco upgrades are coming in for SongSong. While Chinese have options, I just don't know what SongSong will commit to. He really needs a raid, I think, to delay Barles a bit. Barles even shot the farm. And now SongSong realizes, uh-oh, he spotted me. As the Knights run underneath the town center. Yeah, spread these out. Hit the farms, hit the wood line, run away from the crossbows. The longer you can stay here, SongSong, the better. But despite having the number of villagers, I just don't think they're collecting the resources he would want. Also, Barles, who's about to get relic number 4, gets 1, 2, 3 conversions with those monks. Gorgeous play. Yeah, Barles has just turned it up a notch, guys. These villagers will now die. That's the Vill difference right there, isn't it? Close to it. Yep, that's relic number 4. And he's trying to stonewall the left side, and SongSong just killed his own knight. So he realizes that if he's raided with mobility, it will be a problem, so he's stonewalling the sides. still making a few camels. I think he's expecting all-in knights. These camels are very confused. And SongSong still has eco. He just no longer has momentum. Now, you don't resign here. You don't resign here. You go Cavalier, and you hope that Barles doesn't hit your economy in the meanwhile. The correct play for Barles is to think about dealing with this castle by prepping for a castle here or waiting for bombard cannons, but go to the main eco of SongSong. Take all the fights you can before he gets a strong counter. But yeah, truthfully, oh, this is an even better castle. The way Barles has been playing, it just looks too strong for SongSong. Oh, SongSong will lose these vills. I always get psyched out by the palisade walls on the mini-map. Remember, that's gold that SongSong needs. And also this is stone that he needs. And those knights melt. No chance. No chance. Good splitting. But you need to run. Why no skirms for SongSong? Well, if he had skirms, they die. That's pretty much it. Make it simple. Like, if he had skirms mid-castle age, they die to arbs. So you... Of course I say that and the lead skirm comes in. But let me explain. Let me explain, people. You need to have armor and attack on the skirmishers for them to be decent. It's a really tough momentum situation now where Barles already has +2 knights and can go light cav. Or he just adds bomber cannons with... Oh my god! Wait a second. That's not the MTC. But Barles is going to place a castle... Okay, here. For a second, he had it right next to that town center. He's not messing around. Yeah, like, what can SongSong afford? Chain barding takes so long. You can't afford... This is another reason skirms kind of don't do anything, because he can't afford to get the upgrades on skirms and Cavalier. Barles with 160 pop, and just like throughout all of Castle Age, way more military. SongSong is desperately holding on. He's sending the knights over to this gold now. He really wants that gold. He's also expanding to this gold and this gold. I mean, he has gold and wood. He really just doesn't have food right now. And food is what he needs. AK-47, Ethiopian thumb ring, Arbalest. That's one way to put it. Yeah, it's crazy, the firing speed of these arbs. This is cute. They're sharing the wood line. All right, little peace deal over here. And that TC's going down, and Barles is just like, hey, show me something. Show me something or I'll kill more economy. TC's just melting. This is no obsidian arrows. This is just normal Ethiopians. 3 trebs against 2. No stone for either of them. So forget repairing unless you buy some stone. But that means that SongSong's likely going to lose that castle. He just bought some stone. I don't think SongSong can reboom fast enough here. I think there's so many villagers that are just gonna die. He still 5 on food. There's too many arbs, and the GG comes in. Wow, what a game! That was either the #1 game so far from the tournament or the #2 game so far from the tournament, in my eyes. That was amazing. Salutes to SongSong, because this game isn't quite as amazing if SongSong doesn't do that. And wouldn't SongSong die if he goes defensive archers? I think if he goes defensive archers like every other player would, that he can't do much about the towers. Barles then sees it and has slightly better economy. He then counters it with skirms and archers. It was sick. It was sick. And that villager went forward and changed the game. I think it was 2, actually. He was very patient as well. He showed that if you're going to be sneaky, you need to take out villagers. You need to have fletching so you can actually kill villagers. You need to have the proper number of archers. He killed 6. For me, though, SongSong, early Castle Age is what lost him the game. Do you recall when I said he tried to do too much at once?
Great game, Barles.
Think about it. He had Only the feudal age wood upgrade. Did not have the farm upgrade. He added 2 stables. He got bodkin and crossbow. And he added 2 TCs. So he didn't streamline towards anything. Plus 2 knights, that came way later. So I think it's much more effective if instead of going to the 3 TCs right away, get your eco upgrades, you add farms with that 275 wood from one of the TCs. You then get more knights earlier, and then you never allow Barles to mass as much as he did. So that was a classic case of trying to do too much with too little, and also going to the town centers too early. Barles showed you, you don't need to go to TCs right away if you take map control, because when you have map control and add the TCs later, the player who added the economy first is oftentimes behind in either eco upgrades or efficiency or just focus. Wow. I'll say again, my plan for upload schedule with YouTube is I'm uploading the round of... I'm definitely uploading the round of 16 in its entirety to YouTube for this tournament. The best individual games still will go to YouTube, though. So this is a best individual game, which will hit YouTube. I'll have the full best of 3 if people want to see it in the description. But yeah, there haven't been that many games that have been this good in the round of 64 because normally it's lopsided. So I hope we see more from SongSong in the future. And well played to Barles there. Here's the stats. Pretty much tells the tale right here. Barles hit Castle Age faster, prioritized military production, kept those numbers high throughout the entirety of Castle Age, and SongSong couldn't do quite enough to stop him.